You thought I forgot, didn't you? Nope, it's finally here. Hello, I'm Miss DS Woman, and today I'm going to be finishing my in-depth look at the mobile Sims games. In my last video, I completed the Breadwinner quest in the Sims Freeplay, and I have to say that I got a lot of positive feedback from that video. And by a lot, I mean literally less than 10 comments. But that's a lot in my eyes. I have to shout y'all out and thank you so much for your support. I know it's been a minute since the last one, so please forgive me. I just finished finals for the school year, and now fortunately I have time to actually upload. If you didn't watch the last video that I uploaded, I recommend that you go back and watch that for more context. But if you don't want to, that's totally fine, it's your choice. With that being said, in this video, I will be completing the first quest in The Sims Mobile. So let's jump from 2011 to 2017 and get right into this gameplay. So unfortunately in The Sims Mobile, we get no pan around the city, but we do get a major upgrade for the Sims Customization Maker. The game immediately shows you the two sectors of the customizer. Those sectors are your Sims DNA and their closet. I'm a huge fan of the DNA section. While using it, the player can make their sim as realistic and accurate as they want it to be. For a sim anyway. After I spent way too much time trying to make my sim look exactly like me, I gave her a green top with a striped miniskirt and matching shoes. Now that looks like my avatar. After I finished making my sim, the weirdest thing happened. The game asked me if I wanted to start from my last data point, which of course I had to say no to. Why does the game ask you this after you customize your first sim? That just seems like a bunch of wasted effort. Anyway, I started a whole new story, and my sim just got out of her stereotypical family minivan to move into her new home. So we walk into the home, and the space is not exactly clean and clear. So my sim cleans up the living room, getting rid of all the sheets and the boxes. It actually turns out that the furniture underneath them is not so bad. After this, we get our first lifestyle improvement. Think of the lifestyle improvements as similar to increasing your rank in games. The more improvements you get, the more things you unlock and are able to do in The Sims Mobile. I also want to mention that obviously in this game, The Sims have actual chat boxes. My sim made a hashtag funny joke saying, "A place to sit is definitely a lifestyle improvement." Ha ha ha. I'm laughing, but those are probably the jokes that I'm going to be making on this channel later. After the living room is cleaned, we are given the option of which room in the house we want to fix up next. The bedroom or the bathroom. I choose the bathroom because I can sleep on the couch if need be, but I can't use the bathroom anywhere else in this house, and that's a problem. Somehow, me just selecting that option made the bathroom floor and toilet way cleaner, which is fine by me because I'm squeamish and would rather not clean up bathroom messes. After all that got cleaned up, I added a matching sink, a shower, and a towel. Me buying these things completed the Fresh Start collection. In The Sims Mobile, the furniture that you buy primarily comes in collections. Completing these collections grants bonuses to the player, so that's a nice incentive to do so. It's also aesthetically pleasing. Right after the bathroom is in working order, we get a knock on the door. Or at least my sim says there's someone at the door. So we take a look to see who's there, and someone prettier than me named Bella introduces herself as our neighbor. She's pretty nice. So I invite Bella inside, and her and I talk about the history of my new home. I'm assuming my sim asked her why no one bothered to clean up the place before I came, but I digress. Bella also encourages me to turn this house into my dream home, but there's just one problem. My sim has no money. Ooh, I can relate to that one. So I need to go get them a job. This is the first time that the game sent you to the town map. Currently, as you can see, the only area that we can go to is the park side. All of these wonderful buildings painted in white are buildings that we cannot go to just yet. Without spoiling too much, I'll tell you that if you unlock the other areas in town, you'll see some unique buildings with some really cool job opportunities. But right now, my sim can only get a job at the cafe because it's the only place it's currently hiring. With that said, my sim begins the Way of the Latte Barista story. In The Sims Mobile, every career, friendship, relationship, and enemyship has a story. In fact, they all have multiple stories that the player can choose from. You'll see more of these options later in the video. This is a really cool aspect that the game has because it's not just sending your sim to work or having them talk to somebody. The more and more time that sims spend in their jobs with other people, the higher their level of proficiency they have with that subject. When the Sims level up, the player also gets to see a conversation that the Sims are having while leveling up too. To show you a preview of all this, let's start the barista story, shall we? Unfortunately, I can't show you the full story because that would make this video way longer and I'm actually trying to upload this in a timely manner. However, I can show you the very start of that story, so let's get to it. So my Sim starts her first shift and she does the common barista things that use up energy. Every Sim that you play as in The Sims Mobile comes with 30 units of energy that they usually can use to make events and quests go faster than the scheduled times that they usually have. So after a few quick actions, my shift is complete and I earn a good 30 simoleons. My Sim advances to the next level in a barista career, and we unlock some new items for the shop. Oh, by the way, I also forgot to mention that every time you level up in a career, you unlock things for the building that can make the time pass faster as well. However, you do have to buy them, so there's a cost to it. After my Sim shift is over, we travel back home and I can finally afford a refrigerator. Nice. That leads to new lifestyle improvements. I have a disclaimer. The lifestyle achievements may seem as easy as 1, 2, 3 to get in this video, but eventually they take lots of work to get as the game progresses. So now that we've gotten settled, as my Sim says, we can finally take a look at the quests that are in this game. In The Sims Mobile, the quests are fairly short. Unlike The Sims Freeplay, where multiple actions make up one big quest, The Sims Mobile quests are kind of a one and done type thing. What I really like about The Sims Mobile quests is that the quests aren't really forced like they are in The Sims Freeplay. The Sims Freeplay is mainly quest oriented, so oftentimes you'll get reminded to complete quest tasks. However, in The Sims Mobile, there are rewards that come with completing quests. However, the game is never in your face saying, "Hey, come complete this quest!" So in The Sims Mobile, you can complete quests on the side while still having that classic Sims experience. Or at least that's how I feel about the subject. Moving on, the very first quest that we get is to clean up the bedroom, which we proceed to do. Whenever you finish a quest, you have to click to confirm that you've completed it. So I do that, and we go up a level in the game. Apparently this game has levels as well as lifestyle improvements, so that's that. Naturally, the higher your level is, the more things you unlock and the more things you are able to do in the game. After completing that first quest, we have 2 more to complete next. But it's been a long day for my Sim, so I told her to take a little power nap to refresh her energy. So after I get an in-your-face promotion to buy things using my real money like I have any, my Sim wakes up late at night. While I could have sent her right back to sleep, instead I decided to play with the one light that I have in my living room. I tried to make it automatic, but I couldn't manage to do so. If anyone actually knows how to make the lights automatic in this game, please let me know. I sent my Sim back to sleep for the night, so let me take you to the next morning. I want to show you this cool thing that the game does whenever you log in on a new day. That's such a refreshing thing to come to. Moving on to the quest, the 2 that I had to complete were to complete another event and to meet someone new. So I decided to combine the 2 by making a new friend. Usually in this game there will be random people walking outside and sometimes inside your house. How rude. I looked outside the house and I sent my Sim to talk to some random guy named Skylar who had matching outfits with me. We hit it off pretty well and I decided to begin a friendship with him. Usually this would take an hour, but when I used up my energy time to spend with Skylar, it took about 35 seconds. So me and Skylar become homies and we get the opportunity to choose which story we want to start with him. I know that I'm a nerd and he looks nerdy, so I chose the Geek Speak story. With that, all of our quests were completed, which by the way, it feels so nice to complete all the quests in this game at one time, because trust me, later in the game, that will be dang near impossible to do. With those quests completed, we're introduced to all new quests. My Sim asked me to pick her personality, which really translates into picking a trait for her. Every trait that you pick for Sims in The Sims Mobile gives you special benefits for either events or just every day that you log on. I chose the generous one that gave me daily login rewards. After relaxing for a bit, my Sim returns to work for the day. This would be a good time to mention the risky actions. Whenever the player is using energy to complete an event, if they use enough energy, then a Sim can gain enough confidence to try a risky action. Pay attention to the white meter on the side of the screen right now. That is a confidence meter for risky actions. The closer the arrow is to the green zone, the more likely the action is to work. Of course, with my luck, I still failed. That's a good lesson to only do risky actions when your confidence is in the green. With my shift completed, I got access to the market square. On a side note, have you ever noticed that when you level up in these games, eventually the developers just run out of things to unlock for you? I mean, level 2 gives you a whole new location to explore, while level 30 is just like, congratulations on reaching level 30. Here's something you have absolutely no use for. Anyway, we head over to Market Square and unlock the town restaurant, and my sim gets a wacky idea. What if I had a roommate? They could work at the restaurant and we could split the rent. I said, wow, that's a great idea, me. So I decided to go ahead and make one. This time I wanted to add some diversity to the house and have a male roommate. And again, the second sim that the game made looked way cooler than mine in the original. This game must have some personal gripe against me. The only thing I changed was his name to Armad Wallace. Since Armad is working at the restaurant anyway, I chose for him to be good at culinary events. At this time, the quests are piling up more and more. There's gonna be a lot soon. So of course I greet my roommate and we start a whole new friendship. Another random detail. If you look closely at this random frame in your house, you can use it to see every sim that has ever lived in your house. Pretty cool. Also, completing tasks with your roommate cuts the original time in half. Also cool. I chose the soundtrack of Soul Story for the two of us because I like listening to music as well. I mean, who doesn't? And I'll leave the story off there. Man, that had so much more to it than I expected. It's like once you pick this game up, you just get sucked into its universe. But that's what I love about The Sims Mobile. It's just as addictive as a regular Sims game, except you can hop on everywhere as long as you have Wi-Fi. I feel like The Sims Mobile perfectly puts the modern Sims games on the go, especially with the customization, the careers, and the use of energy. My overall rating for this game is an 8.5 out of 10. Again, I want to thank all of you so much for the new support. It means a lot to see people actually watching my simple videos. If you enjoyed this series and want to see more like it, maybe like the videos and subscribe to the channel, please? Anyway, I want to thank you so much for watching and have a great rest of your day.